999ers risk their lives every day, keeping us safe.
My heart was racing, but you just do it because you're a police officer.
But all too often, they're abused and attacked.
I have been punched, kicked, spat at, sworn at. I think most of us have.
These personal attacks on police, firefighters and paramedics are at an all-time high.
I could feel the blood running through my shirt.
He grabbed me around the throat with both his hands,
Leaving them traumatised and unable to work.
It's then left me questioning, is this the job that I want to carry on with?
But while the violent criminals responsible are hunted down and brought to justice, our protectors fight to get well and back on the job.
I'm not going to get beaten by somebody decided they're going to try and hurt me.
Ready to face the next critical incident.
Stand still! Police team, just show yourself!
Coming up, when two South Wales PCs are called out to help an intoxicated man, they find themselves in the line of fire.
That's not real now, is it? He pulls out what looks like a 44 Magnum Dirty Harry-style hand cannon.
When a group of robbers ram raid a convenience store, Kent police give chase.
Wrong way.
And a police call handler uses her essential training to prevent a man with a knife from harming a member of his family.
It's fine in me.
We will be coming, okay? Just take a few deep breaths, all right? You're doing really well.
Okay.
South Wales PCs Mike Samuel and Sam Critcher have worked together on many occasions, and the pair enjoy each other's company.
Working with Mike from early on, we got on almost straight away. He's quite a big guy, so he's quite nice to have around, obviously, in certain situations. I think people find me sometimes less intimidating than him maybe, and he's a bit easy to speak to, so I think we work quite well together in that sense. He's a laugh, we always get on. I always enjoyed working with him.
Have you just turned 22?
No, 23 in June.
So you still can't rent a car in America?
No, I still can't rent a car.
You can now legally
not
drink.
even places over here. So I've tried before, some places won't let me. I've looked at it before.
Sam is like a kind of Labrador puppy. Always seems to be smiling. I've been crewed up with Sam quite a few times whenever we go to calls. And it's, in a way, it's almost like comedy and tragedy. I always used to rib on him a little bit that he's never stopped smiling, even in the most kind of heinous of moments, really. You can't fault Sam's kind of go-to attitude. He's gung-ho, to say the least. He will definitely give everything a good old college try.
When Mike and Sam were both working on a night shift in March last year, they experienced the most shocking call of their careers so far.
I was in Penarth. Call came out for officers outside of Barry because they were all committed at other calls. It's pretty standard. So I code up to the emergency call. At the time, it's quite an innocuous call. It came from the suspect himself. He was concerned about the argument he'd had with his partner, about the harm he may do to himself. He's obviously called us to ask for help. So I get in my van, I eventually get to the address. The street is completely crammed, so I park the van in the middle of the street. So if it really does go south, I can put him in the back of the van. I'm not too far from where his house is.
Before the call came in, I was single crewed. I was driving back from Cardiff Bay Police Station when I heard this incident come in. Because I heard Mike is going on his own, I thought, even though it sounds quite routine, it's always best to go in twos just in case something happens. So I coded up to it as well and just making my way there to meet him there.
I go to his address, knock on the door. He opens up and he's clearly visibly upset. He's crying, he's emotional, he's upset. So we start talking. He clearly was intoxicated at the time. So I keep talking to him. I start to get him to a point where he's a little bit calmer. I ask about taking him somewhere where someone can look after his welfare, because my concern is that he's going to be in a place, intoxicated, in a property on his own, where he might hurt himself.
Shortly after Mike enters the property, Sam arrives to give him backup, closely followed by 2 police sergeants.
The male was definitely agitated. I wouldn't say he was aggressive or, resistive to our presence. He was just crying and upset. Mental health calls are quite a big part of what we have to deal with. So it was almost a standard call. Somebody's had too much to drink, he's feeling a bit suicidal. Obviously, we got over there to check on his welfare and make sure he doesn't cause any harm to himself or anybody else. So most of the time as well, it's often like a cry for help. I know it's difficult out there but there's definitely not the support that there probably should be. We're normally the ones who have to go and, as I said, pick up the pieces and try and stop them from harming themselves.
We continue to have this dialogue with him. He calms down more and more to the point where the 2 sergeants who arrived with Sam after, they leave because it seems to be a case where it's not a violent call. He's not going to kick off. He's not going to get aggressive. They leave.
There's no indicators or danger cues to say anything was going to happen.
He then decides, Carson, could he go upstairs to the toilet? Yeah, of course, mate. Sam follows him upstairs. I then follow behind him, and he's in the toilet, and my spidey sense starts tingling then. I don't know why, but I ask Sam just to pop his body worn on. Something wasn't quite right by the time we both got up to the stairs. It was almost like you can call it like the eye of the storm. And at one point, a man was so emotional, upset, to have gone to an almost dead silence. It was polar opposites.
We definitely wasn't planning to arrest him once we established there was no offences, because basically he'd done nothing wrong, he was just asking for help.
The man then leaves the bathroom and heads straight into his bedroom.
I think he's stuck on something. Look at that.
Oh, the door's off his hinge, is it?
Oh no, it's okay, isn't it?
Quite a nice big room, isn't it? Fair play.
The dog's lovely as well, isn't he? Isn't she?
What's the crack then? Where can we take you?
Anything like? Did anybody come back here instead, or?
Hello, Pappy.
Oh, hello, you are lovely, aren't you?
My concern really is kind of for his welfare. What can we do to make him safe? Make sure that he doesn't hurt himself.
I think you chilled out a little bit from Webbing. You were a little bit more up there when I first came in, weren't you?
What do you mean?
You were a little bit more hyper when I first came in. That's not real now, is it?
That's when he's very quickly just reached under the bed. I saw him put his hand in, that got me a bit curious, thinking, what's he going in there for? Then as he's put his hand in there, he's pulled out this revolver.
That's not real now, is it?
He pulls out what looks like a 44 Magnum Dirty Harry style hand cannon. I actually said, that's not a real pistol though, is it, mate? Because the size and the length of the gun just seems so overly comical and surreal that I kind of thought, there's no way that could be a real gun, given that it's the sort of thing you might see in a Western or an action movie. Normally we get intelligence markers or warning markers about people, and there was nothing on this guy having any sort of ammunition or weapon or firearm or anything. So he then says it is a real gun, cocks the hammer on the actual pistol, points it at me and Sam, asks to get out of the house.
He's pulled the hammer back. He's in a position to fire now. He had his finger on the trigger, thinking, especially due to his intoxicated state, even if he didn't mean to intentionally shoot us, he could very easily shoot one of us or both of us. So I knew we had to leave. We're not equipped to deal with that situation. as normal response officers, and it wasn't safe for us to be in the house anymore, so I knew that we had to get out of there and call for the firearms officers.
Later, as Mike and Sam escape the property, the armed man still presents a real threat.
I want to make sure I keep an eye on him, because if that is a loaded gun, potentially there are members of the public at risk, but it's also the safety for myself and Sam.
And armed police come face to face with him on the street.
Drop the gun! Do it now! Do it now! Drop the gun!
There has been an increase in ram raids on retail premises year on year, with offenders causing extensive damage as they use vehicles to force entry and take off with everything from merchandise to cash machines. Between 2020 and 2021, the cost of retail crime increased by £300 million, now standing at £2.5 billion. In June 2021, 3 men ploughed into the front door of a local supermarket in East Kent, causing significant damage to the shopfront. Over a 4-minute spree, they took off with large amounts of alcohol and cigarettes to the value of £1,500. The robbers sped off, but Kent officers on patrol, who were alerted to the burglar alarm, spotted the car speed past them and gave chase.
Wrong way. Vehicle is wrong side of the roundabout. It's taken the 3rd exit. We get close, just in case. Close, 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 close. Set.
The suspect slowed down, but then rammed the pursuit vehicle.
Vehicle has rammed us.
The chase continued, with the suspects getting more desperate to escape, approaching a roundabout the wrong way before speeding down the carriageway onto oncoming traffic.
Wrong way, wrong way. It's gone wrong way. Wrong way, vehicle oncoming, vehicle oncoming. Vehicle is approaching at speed, oncoming vehicles, wrong side of the Ratcliffe Highway.
Police helicopter and dogs join the search for the offenders, and 2 of the men are eventually tracked down to Woodland, where they are arrested.
Get on your legs now! On your legs! Lie down! Lie down.
And much of the stolen property is retrieved.
This moment in time, we're under arrest on suspicion of burglary. You're up to anything, but he may hunt.
The 3rd suspect was picked up a week later.
They were on call.
The 3 men were charged with burglary. 1 was charged with a 2nd count of burglary on another shop. The driver was also charged with dangerous driving. 1 robber was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months in prison. 1 received 2 years and 8 months in prison. The driver received 3 years and 8 months in prison and was disqualified from driving for 3 years and 6 months. Repairs to the shop cost £35,000. Still to come. PC's Sam Critcher and Mike Samuel run for cover when they're threatened with a gun.
Uniform of 3-2 males with full of firearm on in the address.
Potentially there are members of the public at risk, but it's also the safety for myself and Sam.
And a 999er helps a father to safety after being threatened by his son.
I need you to follow these instructions. It's very important.
Okay.
All right.
In Barry, South Wales, PC's Mike Samuel and Sam Critcher were on a call to an intoxicated man who was threatening to harm himself.
What's the crack then? Can we take you?
But when the officers followed the man to his bedroom, things took a sinister turn.
He pulls out what looks like a 44 Magnum Dirty Harry style hand cannon.
I think you chilled out a little bit from webbing. You were a little bit more up there when I first came in, weren't you? What do you mean? You're a little bit more hyper when I first came in. That's not real now, is it? Oh.
As they run down the stairs, Sam presses the emergency button on his radio to request urgent backup.
Uniform 3-2 males with full firearm on in the address. Yeah.
Uniform 3-2, go again, alright?
Uniform.
They take cover behind Mike's police van as they update the control room.
Oscar Echo 2-3. What was the last?
Yeah, just some balls. Now.
Yeah, location please.
You right, mate?
Yeah. You right?
Yeah, that was like, oh, I don't know if I was real. Did you see that he was
Direction of Chapel Mike.
in the address still?
What does that mean?
3-2, he's still inside the address. He was up at the top of his bedroom. I'm not sure if can get out the back. We got no officers around at the time. I'm not sure if there was a back, but as far as we're aware, he's still inside the address.
There is a road that runs around the back. You can get as far back there as well. So I'm sure you can run different.
After we realised he probably wasn't coming out and we were looking at the address, our 2 sergeants are still down the road in their vehicles. They've obviously seen what's going on.
Mike.
He just went into the thing, he just pulled out this big metal revolver, cocks it and goes, get the out. I've never been so scared in my life there.
You kind of think, what's the best for everyone here then? Because I'm looking at the house, want to make sure I keep an eye on him, because if that is a loaded gun, potentially there are members of the public at risk, but it's also the safety for myself and Sam. We get instructions over the airways to go to a rendezvous point.
They was lucky that there was quite a few firearms cars in the area and responded to our aid.
Within a few minutes, firearms officers arrive at the scene and the man is now out on the street.
Hey! He's armed! Gun! Armed police! Drop the gun! Do it now! Armed police! Break. Subject's got a gun in the street. Put it down! Do it now! Do it now! Drop the gun! Drop it now!
83 code 6.
Drop it now!
2-3, male's got a weapon in the air. Please be there, pistol.
Put the weapon down! Do it now! Do it now! Drop it now! Come on! Come on! Put your hands behind your back!
Once the offender has been tasered, he's detained and arrested.
I go back to the streets and then help convey him down to the custody suite then, and help book him in then. So it was all quite surreal, really, to say the least.
I suppose it dawned on me more afterwards, the gravity of what actually just happened. I think it is almost the perfect example of you don't know what you're walking into and you don't know what the danger you could face every day is. I don't believe we could have done anything different, really. Nothing could have predicted that, seeing that come in.
I'm exceptionally proud of my officers involved in that incident. I mean, we ask an awful lot of police officers day in, day out to throw themselves in really difficult situations and to confront danger. But even this was exceptional, to go into a situation where a subject has pointed a gun at officers is just beyond comprehension. And to face that and to deal with it the way they did, I'm just exceptionally proud. They made the correct decision to withdraw from that address, to seek support from more skilled officers in order to deal with that individual with a viable weapon. But it was a really, really difficult situation to confront. So we as a management team really do pull out all the stops to support officers when they come into situations like these, because it is really horrendous for the officers concerned. So the management team were very supportive the following morning.
My colleagues were shocked. It's the kind of thing that I don't think anyone expected to go to that level. Gun incidents like this are not the norm. But I think obviously when people find out what's happened, does spread. And, you know, I got to be honest, the response from colleagues in terms of support from senior management was excellent. I can't fault anyone really in terms of support and how I dealt with it. Everything was done great.
At Newport Crown Court, the offender pleaded guilty to 2 counts of possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. He was sentenced to 16 months in prison.
I've never had a firearm pointed at me before. Like to think it'll never happen again.
I certainly thought it might be a career-defining moment for me. The sort of thing I never necessarily anticipated happening in my career, but it's certainly something I can say I've experienced now.
After the incident, Mike and Sam discovered the firearm was in fact a replica. The gun pulled on the officers was recovered from the offender, along with a second replica gun he brought out onto the street.
I think the suspicions first came about that it was an imitation was when the firearms officers were on scene. Obviously after the male was detained, they've gone to make the weapon safe. Obviously from closely inspecting it, they can see it was gas powered and that there wasn't actually any real bullets in it, it was just BBs.
I suppose it makes me feel better knowing that it was an imitation, because I suppose just to know that my original thought thinking that it being so ridiculously disproportionate and not thinking it was real, that I was right in my thought process, but it was reassuring in that sense to know that I was right and that it wasn't real.
If that weapon was a viable firearm and that individual was in a state of mind where he could have used that weapon, then the consequences are just not worth imagining. But I'm just so proud of the way my officers, as well as our colleagues in firearms unit, responded, not only to neutralise that situation effectively, to safeguard themselves and their colleagues, but also to safeguard the individual concerned. And that takes skill, that takes courage, and that takes absolute professionalism.
Although Mike and Sam faced a frightening ordeal, it hasn't deterred them from doing their job.
Luckily, these incidents are extremely rare. It does make me a bit more cautious, obviously entering people's houses. Not that I wasn't in the first place, but it is always at the back of my mind now. Thinking, where are the exits if I've got to get out? How many people are in here? What potential items could be used against me? Yeah, I'm definitely more cautious, thinking people could, even if they're calm and compliant, could just turn on you and attack you.
I've never been one for what ifs. I've always tried to be as fluid as I possibly can. I just kind of accept the situation I'm in. I try to take the philosophy that generally most people are good. It doesn't really change how I've approached calls at all, really. There was a little bit of hesitancy on that first call I went to after, because again, you don't know what to expect, but if I thought about all the things that could go wrong, I suppose I wouldn't step out the door.
Oh, Gary.
Since the summer of 2021, the police saw a surge in 999 and 101 calls after lockdown restrictions ended. Many of them hoaxes or deemed non-urgent.
West Yorkshire Police, what's the emergency?
Yeah, we've got an emergency. We've got Leeds train station. We've got somebody who's been sick.
Right, why have you called 999?
He will not let us go.
From this train station, something else.
You call the life or death emergency line. This is not a life or death emergency. I'm going to clear the line, thank you.
West Space, what's the emergency?
I've got a pigeon stuck in my house. I don't know what else to do. I don't know who to ring.
Right, a pigeon stuck in house, it's for police, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to terminate this call because you can't ring 999 for a pigeon, alright, bye.
I need someone to come and get this spider out of my house. It's absolutely massive and I'm not even joking.
Unfortunately, the police wouldn't be able to come and get a spider out of your house.
And all too often, the calls can become extremely abusive.
What's your name?
My name's your guy.
Okay, you need to stop swearing at me. What's the matter?
What's the matter? Your mum. You guys don't off, yeah? Because I'm coming for you. I'm going for each and every one of you. Listen, I'll kill you. All your police stations are wired up, and my house is wired up. I'm going to blow you in 10 minutes. I need 10 minutes out there. I'll blow up. I'll blow you up as well.
This caller pleaded guilty to sending abusive or menacing messages via a public communication network. He was sentenced to 8 weeks imprisonment, suspended for 6 months with conditions, and made to pay £50 to each call taker. In the Kent Police Control Room in Maidstone, there are just over 300 staff. They operate 24/7, 365 days a year.
Hello, I'm just trying to work out exactly where you are.
And they deal with an average of 2,000 contacts a day. When someone dials 999, the call handler is the first voice they hear.
Can please where's your emergency?
They will make an assessment, and based on the information that they're getting from that person who's called us, they will make a decision as to whether it can be dealt with in slower time or we need to send a police officer. If they make that assessment based on threat and risk, that police officer needs to go immediately or certainly fairly soon, they will send it over to our dispatch team. Our dispatch team are the members of staff who control the radios. They're the members of staff who actually speak to the police officers who are out walking around or driving in the cars. They will prioritise the call and send those officers to those calls to actually deal with the incident.
The call handlers for emergency services are often the unsung heroes, working hard in the background to keep the public safe.
I don't believe the members of the public know what we do. We're not front-facing, we're not front-line. They call us and we send officers to them. So behind the scenes, I don't think they know fully what work goes into it.
You could take a call from somebody who wants to report that there's a loose dog, and then the next call you can take is someone who is telling you they want to kill themselves or they want to kill other people. That's how brilliant our staff are. They have to flex so quickly and just deal with a call that's coming in with them. And that means that it is quite demanding. It's constantly calls that are coming in.
"23-year-old Sarah Steer has been a 999er for 5 years.
So I've got family within the police. I've always looked up to them when I was younger. Always wanted to be a police officer specifically. When I left school when I was 18, I didn't think I was ready to be a police officer. I saw this job being advertised and I got the job and I've loved it. I enjoy helping the public. I get satisfaction when they feel happy that we've helped them, we're there for them during the darkest days. I work with a really good bunch of people. I enjoy going to work, seeing my colleagues. It is a big responsibility, but I feel like I've matured quite a lot since when I first started to where I am now. It's really opened my eyes to what really goes on in the world, what is happening out there. I think I was quite naive when I was 18 and I just first started coming straight from school. But yeah, it's opened my eyes quite a lot.
In September 2021, Sarah arrived at work for her 10-hour night shift. She was scheduled to take calls for 2 hours before moving on to the dispatch team. But one call would prove to put Sarah's skills to the ultimate test.
Can police post the emergency?
Yeah, can you send someone up to my house? My house son has gone berserk. He's threatening me with a knife. Put that knife down, please. Why? Hang on, because just who are you talking to? The police. Why are you calling them? Oh, please help me.
I sent it over for immediate attendance. Just stay on the phone to me.
Okay.
Obviously, I was very concerned for him, concerned for his welfare, his son's welfare. He just sounded like he needed help. And it's for his safety as well. It's critical we get someone there immediately.
And what's happened today?
Well, he's been having these hallucinations with voices in his head, and he's been on with the mental health team, but I couldn't seem to get in touch with them. He just slipped.
I could hear the son shouting in the background, making threats on the phone call, threatening to hurt people. But then the father disclosed that he had mental health. So obviously we had to account for that and why he might be acting this way due to the mental health. Our main priority is dealing with the victim, making sure they're safe, making sure the offender's safe and the public are safe.
Has he still got the knife?
Yeah.
How big is the knife?
It's a carving knife.
Has he injured you at all?
No, not yet, no.
Are you able to get yourself somewhere safe? Can you come outside of the property until we get there?
Well, if I do, then they want to come out and he wants to walk and kill people.
Has he said that?
Yeah. The voices are telling me that they're going to get him. Yeah, he said the voices said they're going to come and get him. He said he's going to stab someone. Even if it's the police person. Even if it's the police person, he said he's going to stab them.
Why is he threatening to stab police officers?
Well, because he thinks that they're being sent by the voices to I'm going to stab the first person that comes in.
Are you safe?
I don't know.
When we receive a call, we put all the information onto our system and we type up everything that we're hearing continuously. So during the whole call, we will ask questions to make sure we are assessing the information as much as we can for the officers that are in attendance, make sure they're safe, they've got all the information they need so they can assess it before they attend, and we transfer it over to the dispatchers.
He wants to speak to you, is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. Hello? Who is it I'm speaking to?
My name's Sarah.
And what do you do? Are you a policeman?
I'm not a policeman, no, I'm police staff.
Police staff? Well, don't send anyone around here, because if you do, I'm going to stab the first person that comes here. And if that's a policeman, then that's your hard luck. Because these voices keep telling me they're going to send an execution team. I don't want that, but they just won't listen to me. Hello?
Hello.
Did you get that?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh. It's frightening me.
He's frightening you, oh bless you, bless you. We will be coming, okay?
Okay.
Alright. We are en route. Just take a few deep breaths, alright? You're doing really well.
Okay. Okay. I never thought we'd come to this.
Can you do me a favour and get all your knives in the kitchen?
Yeah.
And take them away so we can't get access to them?
Yep, I'll do that now. Okay then. Could you just tell the police lady that I want her, although I said I won't stab someone, tell them that I want her to think like people. He said, although he said he'll stab someone, he won't stab a policewoman or a policewoman.
Okay.
So that's one good thing.
Okay, so just need to let you know that officers are attending. When they get there, you need to leave the address and follow officers' instructions, okay?
I made a quick decision and I thought if I try and speak to the son and calm him down. Hopefully the father, the victim, is able to leave the property so we can put him in a place of safety and protect him. So I said to the father, whilst I'm speaking to the son, if you're able to leave the property and get to safety, there'll be police officers outside. So I made a decision to speak to the son, and he was quite willing to speak to me.
How are you going?
Hello, can you tell me about your filmmaking? That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I used to make films of like filming out in the garden, filming my sister, filming at Christmas and all that sort of stuff.
Well, what would you film these days then?
Well, before I was really ill, like today, I've been writing sort of fiction stories, like science fiction.
Well, that's quite cool, isn't it?
In our control room, we have a force incident manager who's an inspector rank. They are in overall charge of the key decisions that are being made. So what we ask our call takers to do is get as much information, and I think in this case what Sarah did was absolutely that. The more information that our call takers can get for our inspectors, the better and easier is it for them to make tactical decisions around how to resolve incidents peacefully as much as possible.
Is your dad still inside the house?
Yes, he's sitting just beside me. Would you like to speak to him again?
Yeah, if I can speak to him quickly, please.
Yes, okay. You go there. Hello?
Are you able to leave the property, or do you reckon that will make the situation worse?
Yes, I'm just going to pop outside. All right. Yeah, he said that's fine, yeah. So I'm just going to walk outside there now.
I need you to follow these instructions. It's very important.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll speak to him, and you leave to go to meet police officers.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
The son wasn't aware that the father was leaving. So I was just talking to him about anything that I could, just to distract him, take his mind off the thoughts that he was thinking.
What other subjects did you do at school then? What was your favourite?
I think I quite liked art and crafts, although I wasn't very good at drawing. But there was lots of other stuff that I did do, like pottery.
Oh, that was quite cool. Our school didn't do pottery.
All right.
I did photography.
Oh, photography. All right. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in that.
Well, that's not too far. That's not too different from filmmaking or video making, actually.
Yeah, no, I can imagine how that's quite similar, actually. It's all about lighting and stuff, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
I was relieved. I was happy that the father managed to get to safety. It was a big weight off my shoulder. I kept speaking to the son just to make sure he was okay, giving him the service that we should give everyone. Just keeping him calm until police could get to him, to make sure he doesn't hurt himself as well.
How do you feel now? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling a lot calmer now, yeah. I'm feeling a lot calmer. The voices seem to have stopped now, but I just hope they don't come back tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, bless you. So you're not going to hurt any police officers when they come?
No, I'm not, no. I was quite angry, but as I said earlier, I wouldn't do that because I know that's illegal, or at least it's not good to do.
Yeah, that's not good. We don't want people getting hurt.
So I followed the inspector's instructions. During the phone call, the inspector asked if I could ask the male to step outside. So I did that, and he was happy to do so because he calmed down quite a lot. I reassured him and said that you're going to be okay if you could just step outside. Nothing's going to happen to you, which he'd done so, and he stayed on the phone to me during the time that he stepped outside. And we all came to a safe resolution where no one was injured.
Are you able to do me a favour and go to the rear of your property?
Yeah, sure.
To meet officers?
Okay.
Just keep me on the phone though. You haven't got anything on you that will hurt anyone, have you?
No, my pockets are empty.
All right, there will be quite a few officers, but don't be scared. It's just precaution, okay?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But you're doing really well.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, just go out quite slowly, all right?
Yeah, all right.
So we had armed officers on the ground. Local patrols that were in attendance as well, they will step back and let the armed officers go first. In case anything does happen, they are equipped for it. We had the helicopter up monitoring the house in case he does try to leave.
Just heard someone call me from the back garden.
Oh, okay, you can talk to them, just keep me on the phone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've only got a phone on me. I'll have to put, I need to put the phone down to show the officers that I haven't got anything on me.
Okay, put the phone down.
Okay.
The phone call had lasted 2 hours in total.
It makes me feel a bit sad. I just want to help them. I want them to get the help that they need and deserve. Just protect people as much as we can. Make sure there's a good outcome.
Most of our calls are over within about 10 to 15 minutes because we can get the right information, we can make an assessment. So to have a call that long is tough, it's demanding on the individual. I think what Sarah did in just such a fantastic way is she just built up that amazing rapport with him, and over a 2-hour period of time talked him down to a really calm position that meant actually when he came out and surrendered to us and went into the care of the police officers and the medical staff, it meant it got to such a calm position that nobody got injured. That's something we try and achieve every single day. It doesn't always happen, but absolutely I put that down to how Sarah dealt with that individual on the day.
The case didn't go to court, and the son was given a mental health referral.
We recognise every time somebody calls us, they can be a victim of crime, they can be a witness to something, and it's around recognising that they're a human being at the end of that. So we just get our call takers to think about the human interaction. How would you talk to a member of your family if they were going through a crisis like that? Do the same thing. And absolutely in this case, we can clearly see that had a huge impact on the individual and got the help he so badly needed.
To do this job well, you need to always remain calm. You just need to remember that they're phoning you on the darkest days of their life, probably, and they've come to you, so you have to be there for them to help them during the tough time that they're going through.
But Sarah's love for the police doesn't just stop at the phones. She's also taken to the streets.
So I am a special constable. I've been a special constable for just over a year now. I wanted to see the other side of it, because we only see when the call comes in, we never see the outcomes or what happens. I wanted to know a little bit more to the other side of it, and I wanted to help people a little bit more than I already do. So on my days off, I give up my time and I help people by volunteering. I like being the responding officer, being there for them, the first person to comfort them when they're having the worst time of their life, potentially. Just there, a shoulder to cry on, a helping hand.